Hi, my name is Ken Lansison. I wrote a microbiome prescription website, and today is focused for anybody with any one of the many possible tests for the microbiome and who has a reasonably well-known medical condition. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where there are two resources for you. One I just added last night at the request of a reader, so I want to show you a new feature as well as what has been there for a long time. First, let's start where we're getting information from. We're getting the information all from the U.S. National Library of Medicine. And there you'll find, 91 different entries there. One of them, let's say APS here, you'll find a variety of links, one of which is taxons, which list the bacteria which are associated with this medical condition. And there we have 22 of them. The other one is candidate suggestions, which goes and attempts to pre-calculate using one of several algorithms what is good impact and what is bad impact. And as you see, it goes down there, and you can take a look through it. And we have 506 items. A bunch of them are all thumbs up, meaning, hey, if you have just this condition alone, it's good. If you have multiple conditions, then you're going to have to go a mix and match, look at each one, etc., and resolve it. So that is the traditional one. We do also have other things like test ranking, which is given the bacteria we know we want to look for, which tests do it. And for example, we find 2 ends up getting about 73% of the bacteria we're looking for actually are there. Then other tests has a very small percentage of the bacteria which we are looking for, which is being documented to be associated with this condition, which means that if you have this condition and wanting to do your microbiome, then this test is the one you really want to take a look at doing. And basically probably pick the test which is the best match. The last thing of interest, I think that's about it. The other feature is require you to be logged in. However, you don't really need to be a member of the site. You can just go in and use a demo login, which will get you the information without you having to register your email, etc., etc. And first thing you have to do is you have to increase the display level there. And what happens up top is a whole bunch of things gets added to the menu. The level here was set in order on request from users because of information overload. The site does do information overload for many people because there's so much data that can be used and manipulated in different ways. I apologize for that, but that's something. It's sort of like saying, no, I want a one-page summary of the Bible. Some people would say this is all you need to know, but then you miss a lot of details. So what we do is go underneath special studies and sorry, that was the wrong one. It's the research studies, I believe. Give me one quick second. Never mind. It's neither of those. You go back to modifiers, and now you will see the list, and you can look up things as you want. For example, let's do barley, and we'll do a search for that. And we now click on the word itself, the barley word. It takes you over, and now you have up at the top all the things. It increases and decreases, 159. But down below it, you now have the conditions for the U.S. National Library of Medicine. So does barley help a particular condition? Again, this is all modeled, all computed. And what we see is many of them have no apparent effects. ADHD appears to have a reasonable amount of good effect. Acne, actually potentially could make things worse. You go down there, then you have something like APS, which we just looked at, and you notice the ratio is 4 times better. So barley looks like the suggestion. Then we have something which is very very low numbers. And what I should explain is how these numbers are computed. The numbers are computed for the number of times which a bacteria is modified by, in this case, by barley, times the confidence which we have of the barley doing it, and worth how many citations. If we only have one citation, then we multiply by 1. If we have 15 citations that modify a particular bacteria, we multiply by 15. Hence, numbers which are low, it's questionable whether or not it's going to have any effect. Not so much because we don't know or to predict, it's just that we don't have as much data. Other ones where we have some whopping big numbers, like here, let's go and find out. There, we have much higher, so this one, it will help positive impact there and go down. And what we really want to look for is one which has a big difference. Like, for example, if schizophrenia, big one, ADHD also has an impact, which is good. We can also go back and look up a different word. Again, look up microbiome modifiers and put in something. For example, let's suppose we put in grape. And we have all sorts of different types of thing. Let's try resveratrol. And there we have it. And up at the top and then down the bottom, we have the model ranking. And let's again sort here. And the one which has the best impact is liver cirrhosis, etc. So you can go and proceed to play around with this feature and see which ones you are good and which ones are not good. Okay, that's basically it. Just a quick walkthrough summary.